Alright guys, so I kind of decided to do another little fun video where we're going to use some TBR prompts and my wheel spin app here to pick my 26 books for 2026 because I feel like I can still accomplish doing a 26 and 2026 challenge. So that is what we are going to do today. I know I'm a little behind on 26 for 2026, but we are going to do 13 TBR, or Wookie with a cookie jar, as I like to call it, because I love my little Wookie with a cookie jar here, which is absolutely full. Like, it's full of random prompts that I don't remember because I just kind of printed some off and bought some from Etsy to print off, so I don't remember what kind of prompts are in here at all. So it's going to be a surprise. And then we have all 200 and some odd plus books on my just bookshelves to spin as well. And we're going to do 13 of these. So I think we'll take alternating turns, do one TBR prompt and then one spin. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because this video is going to take a minute. It's going to be at least 30 minutes or more. So let's just go ahead and get right into it with the Wookie with the Cookie prompt jar. Let's see here. Okay, we have our first prompt, which I believe, if I remember correctly, that this one is a dark romance one. It says a book with a morally corrupt love interest. Okay, so yes, that would be something dark romance or fantasy romance, maybe. We could do, let's see, this one, or this one, or this one. Let's just make a pick between these three. So the first one I have here is Under Your Scars. I've heard really good things about this one. But I've heard it's a bit of a sadder, dark romance. So I feel like there's a couple other prompts that I could use or use this one for. And again, the prompt is a book with a morally corrupt love interest. So I feel like I'm going to have to put this one back. So that kind of leaves us with, we have The Sinner, which is by Chantal Tessier, and I loved the first book in the Lord series, so I really do want to get to this one. And I believe that it would be, pretty, it's just one that I really am interested in. And then we have The Wicked by Rebecca Johnpy, and he's the king of mafia kings. And I do love me a good mafia romance too. I'm super torn between these two. Let's... I think we're gonna have to go with The Sinner by Chantal Tessier. I'm so excited to get to this one. I might try to do an immersive read where I listen to the audiobook and read it at the same time, because I listened to the audiobook of the first one, The Ritual, and my god, that was one of my favorite audiobooks that I've listened to this year. So I'm really excited to get to this one and happy to add it to my 26 for 2026. So that is book number 1. It's The Sinner by Chantal Tessier, and we're going to go ahead and put Under Your Scars and The Wicked back up here. Because I feel like I could use those two for some other prompts that are in this TBR prompt jar. Or we could honestly end up getting them on the bookshelf spin too. So let's go ahead and do the first spin on the bookshelf. Little wheel here. What are we gonna get? We got Chasing Brooklyn, which is it's if you'd call it a horror book or a thriller book. And it is like this weird little size too. I kind of think it's adorable. But it's by Lisa Schroeder. And she's the one who wrote Heart You Haunt Me. And this one is Brooklyn can't sleep. Her boyfriend Luca died only a year ago, and now her friend Gabe has just died of an overdose. Every time she closes her eyes, Gabe's ghost is there waiting for her. She has no idea what he wants or why it isn't Luca visiting her dreams. Nico can't stop. He's always running, trying to escape the pain of losing his brother Luca. But when Luca's ghost begins leaving messages telling Nico he needs to help Brooklyn, as the nightmares escalate and the messages become relentless, Nico reaches out to Brooklyn, but neither of them can admit that they're being haunted until they learn to let each other in. Not one soul will be able to rest. Like, it sounds really, really good. So I am excited to be adding Chasing Brooklyn by Lisa Schroeder to my 2026 TBR as well. Okay guys, so we are back to Lucky with a Cookie. Let's see what we're gonna get this time. Kind of dig towards the bottom of it. Okay, we got one. This is a book that starts with your first initial, so a book that starts with K. A book that starts with K. Why didn't I alphabetize by book title? I don't know. I might not have one for that, so we might have to, let's see, we might have to redraw that one, but I'm gonna look. So, a book that starts with K. I wish I could cheat and say the author starts with K, because I have a couple of those. Let's see. Any up there? No. No. Also no. A book that starts with K. Really? I ain't got nothing? Let's look in here. Nope. 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 I'd have to redraw that one. Let's see. A book that starts with K. I ain't got nothing for that one. So, we are going to end up picking another from this Wookie with a Cookie Jar because that one did not work out. I could have sworn at some point I had a book with a K, or that begins with a K, but apparently not anymore. Looks like I think we got another dark romance one here. This is, let's see, a romance with a morally gray characters. Okay, so morally gray, I think would be like this one, or like one of these two, and let's see. For a book with a morally great character. Let's go with, we'll go with Binding 13. So we're going to be adding Binding 13, which is the Boys of Tommen, Number One by Chloe Walsh. I am actually super, super excited to get to this book. So, like, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this series. So I'm really excited to get to that and happy to be adding it to my 26 for 2026. So we're going to go ahead and put Twisted Love back up here for the moment. Let's see. Maybe go up there. Okay, so that was a little prompt which we're going to throw back in there because I can reuse that one 17,000 times. So we are again going to, let's see, spin again. From the bookshelf TBR. We got Wolfworm by T. King Fisher. And I am actually really happy that we got this book because I've been wanting to read a T. King Fisher book for so long. And this is his most recent release. And it's a smaller size book. So I am so excited to get to read this in my 26 for 2026. And, you know, maybe I will do like a little 26 for 2026 reading vlog series. So I'm really excited for this one, guys. Like, for T. King Fisher, I'm so excited. Let's see. Okay, so we're back to the Wookiee with the cookie. Hopefully we don't get that like first initial prompt again, so I'm gonna do a bunch of stirs, but it looks like one fell out and hit the floor, so we're gonna go with that one. And it's tiny. It says a book with your favorite trope, if you can read that. And again, let's see. I am a dark romance girly, first and foremost, so this is starting to be a bit of a dark romance heavy 26 for 2026. But I do actually really want to start the Edge of Darkness trilogy. So I'm going to put Insatiable by Lee Rivers onto my 26 for 2026 because I am really excited to start this series or duology, and I do have the second book as well, so I'm really excited to start this one and happy to add it to my 26 for 2026. And I'm going to throw that little prompt back in there because I can also reuse that one 17,000 times. And so let's go back to the spinny wheel here and see what else it's going to choose for us. Let's see. Ooh, like I said, apparently a very dark romance heavy one because it just gave us Collared, which is a book by Paula Dixon. I don't know much about it. I haven't heard a bunch about it, but the cover is amazing. And the back is, he didn't just dominate her, he gave her the freedom to crave without shame, is just like the first line on the back. So happy to be adding Collared by Paula Dixon to my 26 for 2026 TBR. That's a lot of dark romance books, so maybe hopefully we can start to break it up with some like fantasy or like thriller books, because that's a lot of romance. So let's see, I'm gonna dig to the bottom here. We have so what does this one say? A book that spans decades. And again, done this prompt before and I never did find a book. So I'm actually just going to end up throwing this prompt away and we're going to do another draw. Because, yeah, I can't think of one that would span, like, decades. Maybe, like, a couple years, but not, like, decades. Wait a second. Actually, hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Does this one count? Because it's technically a spin-off to a series that spans decades, because this is about the grandparents, I believe, or the grandma for sure, of Mr. Zaid. God damn it, brain not working right now. But Haunting and Hunting Adeline, this is an attachment to it, and it's about the grandma. And so you know what? I'm gonna count this as the book that spans decades because I can, and I really, really, really want to read it. So it's gonna go into my 26 for 2026 because it's an attachment to that series. So you know what? I'm gonna count it, and that will count as my book that spans decades. And I'm gonna stick that prompt in there because, yeah. Let's see. Up next, we are going to do another spin. Sorry, I had to kind of fudge up that one a bit because I do really want to read Phantom. But anyways, we are. Let's see, what are we gonna get? The Last Time I Lied, which is actually in here. And it is a Riley Sager book, and it's national best-selling author of Final Girls. Obviously, I still have not read a Riley Sager book, so I'm happy to have one on my 26 for 2026. Let me know what you guys thought of this one, because I know a lot of people either love or hate some of Riley Sager's books. So let me know what you guys thought. Spoiler free, of course, in the comments below. Let's see, how many books am I at? We'll do another TBR jar and then we'll count what I'm at so far. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna do this one, which is a book about wizards. Book about wizards. I might have a couple options, maybe. No, not that one, I guess. Let's see. Maybe I don't have one. Maybe I just have all ones that are like witchy, not like wizard. So we're gonna throw that one out and we're gonna do a different one. Like I said, some of these are very random, and this TBR prompt jar is pretty old, so I could have read that book that I was thinking for with that prompt, and now it's just not there anymore. So we have a romance with an intimidating bodyguard figure. With an intimidating bodyguard figure? Not that one. Like, you mean like bodyguard figure as in like that's the type of boyfriend slash husband, because I'm totally gonna go with The Wicked by Rebecca John P. for this one, because he gives intimidating bodyguard figure type. So we're gonna go with that one for that prompt, and we're going to stick that one in there because I don't really know of any other ones I can think of off the top of my head that would fit that. And right now we are at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we've still got a few to go. Yeah, I'm excited for this, guys. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I just wasn't quite sure how I wanted to go about making my 26 for 2026. So what did I just do? I did a that one. So we are going to go ahead and spin again here. Let's see. We have The Shadow, which is actually a random one, but you know what, I'm not mad about it. It is a James Patterson book. It says crime has a new enemy, and so hopefully I will like this one because I do like a few of James Patterson's books. So I'm hoping I will enjoy this one. I found it in a little free library, so if I don't end up enjoying it, then it's going to end up going to my free little library. So yeah, it's really cool, and I'm excited to get to a James Patterson book. I haven't read one in years, at least 3 or 4, so yay. Okay, so that's 10 books right there, so we're on number 11. Then let's see here. What one is gonna stick? We have an epic fantasy. So I guess for an epic fantasy, you know, maybe this one? I think we're gonna go with The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ for like an epic fantasy type book. Just because it's like the closest one I would have, even though it is, I believe, a little bit of like slight touch of fantasy romance. But I believe it is more on the side of like epic fantasy with just like a slight touch of romance. So we're gonna go with this one for an epic fantasy. So I'm excited for that one because I've actually been really curious about this book. So woohoo! We got The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ for an epic fantasy. And that was book number, let's see, I just lost count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so now we're on 12. Oh my goodness, you guys. I cannot believe I keep losing count. So we're on 12. And what's the spinner gonna say? What are we gonna get? Show you guys first and see if I can read it. We have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, which is awesome. I am really, really, really excited for this one too. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, and it's about time I get to reading it. So it being on my 26 for 2026 is my motivation to get to this book. And I don't know, there's just something about this orange cover that I like absolutely love. So yeah, really, really excited to get to that one, guys. Sorry, you keep sliding down a little bit, so I had to readjust there. Let's see. Let's go for another TBR jar pull. And if you guys have stuck around for this like almost 30 minutes. I appreciate it, and leave a little like book stack in the comments below, and let me know what you guys think of this little TBR or 26 for 2026 TBR video. And I will also be doing my book clubs. Will be hopefully starting next month. I already have the books picked. If you guys are interested in joining those will be linked down below. So anyways guys, let's get back to picking some books here. I was just trying to get this a little bit more mixed up because I feel like there's some smaller prompts down at the bottom that are just getting overlooked, and so I wanted to grab one of those. And we have the thinnest book on your TBR cart. Okay, so we're going to take a look at my little TBR cart over on this side, and we're going to find the thinnest book on your TBR cart. Alright, so let me do some looking here, because it's kind of just down below me. You can't really see it, but there's a couple that could work for this one. So we'll pull a few out. Let's see that one. Yeah, we'll take that one out too. I have quite a few books that could actually work for this one, so let's see. We have okay, so we've got 4 books here. We have Loathe at First Sight by Stephanie Renee, which is a book that I got in one of my reveal book boxes from this year, so it's one I'm actually excited to get to. This one has, I don't know if you consider thinness by like page count or just like actual thinness, so let's see here. It's hard to tell. Give me just a second here, guys. Which one do you think is the thinnest here? I would probably have to go with A Clockwork Orange. I believe that this is the thinnest book that I have on my TBR cart. So we're going to go with A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess for my 26 for 2026 thinnest book prompt, which I'm going to put that one back in there because it can reapply a bunch of times, so might as well save them if I can. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and put these back on the TBR cart real quick. And I will still be doing like a lot of TBR cart videos too, so, and my like monthly TBRs and all that. But I'm just going to add books from my 2026 TBR into like my monthly TBRs. So that's why I'm kind of picking these now so I can start doing that. And then let's see here. Oh, fit. Thank you. Okay. So back to the little spinner here. What's it gonna give us? What is that? The Vanishing Half, and that one is actually going to be into a different TBR thing that I'm doing, which is a blind read it or unhaul it TBR, so I do need to get that one taken off of here. So we're gonna do a respin. So yeah. Ooh, let's see what it picks for us this time. Satan's Affair. Thank you, TBR gods. So this is the other H.D. Carlton book that I still need to read. This is Satan's Affair. So I'm really excited for this one too, because it's also like a cat and mouse duet attachment. H.D. Carlton does have a recommended reading order. If you guys are interested in looking at that, it's on their website. So I am actually really excited for this, and I should have read this one first before I read The Haunting and Hunting Adeline because H.D. Carlton says to read this one first, but I'm really excited for this. Super excited for this book. So yay. I love that. I love the H.D. Carlton going on the 26th for 2026. Let's see here. We're gonna do another. Let's see. We're gonna do one of these. Okay. We got another one here from the TBR jar, and it says start a fantasy series. Okay. So, what fantasy series do I want to start in 2026? A fantasy series. Let's see. Actually, I've really been wanting to read Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss. So I'm going to use this one for the start a fantasy series prompt. Because this sounds awesome to me. I can't wait to get to it. So there is Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss going into my 26 for 2026 TBR. Alright. And then we're going to do one more spin and then count how many books we have so I know how many we have left to go. Because I keep losing track. Let's see. What's it going to tell us this time? Oh, that is the second or third book in the Lightlark series. So we're going to respin because that one is on my TBR for this month, which is Lightlark. So we're going to spin again. Just because I need to read Lightlark first, obviously. But let's see. Shadow and Bone trilogy. So I get to start the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, which I'm really excited for. I've been wanting to start this series for a while, so yay. I'm happy it's gonna, at least the first book is going on my 26 for 2026, which hopefully will motivate me to read the rest of them too, because I do have a nice little box set up there, so yay. I'm really, really excited to get to this book in 2026. Let's see here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. $16. All right, so 16 books. So this will be number 17. This video is gonna be extremely long, so I apologize, guys. We're already at like 33 minutes, so bear with me, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around this long. We have a romance with an obsessive partner. Okay, I definitely have a few options for that one. And it's not even like dark romance options. I have other romance options with an obsessive partner. So we are actually gonna go with this one, I believe. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Saltaire, which is book 1 in the Fire Island series by Hazel Jacks. It's like an age gap romance. I believe he becomes obsessed with her, but they become obsessed with each other. So, and this is one I've really been wanting to read since I got it in my reveal book box at some point. I think it was like January or February of this year. So, I've been wanting to read this for a minute, so I'm gonna be super excited to throw this on my 26 for 2026. So that was book number 17, I believe, and we're going to throw this prompt back in there because I have a few other books that could go with. And then we're going to pause so I can take a drink because I'm doing a lot of talking. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna spin here again. Do the little less spinny spin. Ooh, okay. We got a manga. I have not read a manga in forever, but I've been wanting to start for a while. And I'm actually really excited to read Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like this will be a really quick read. I used to read a lot of manga as a teenager, so I feel like this is going to be a really, really quick read, and I'm actually excited to get into this series. So I'm really happy and surprised that I ended up getting a manga on my 26 for 2026, because I only have like 3 mangas on my bookshelf at the moment, and that's kind of sad because I used to have a lot of them as a teenager, and I'm hoping that I still love them, so I'm really, really excited to get to Jujutsu Kaisen. My goodness, a manga on my 2026. I'm so happy. Okay. Thank you, TBR gods, because that's awesome. Okay. Let's see. Can we get any more random than a manga? Like, okay. We have... Ooh. Start a dark romance series. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do Twisted Love. Because I need to. I've heard nothing but good things about this series, so I'm really excited to add Twisted Love to my 2026 TBR by En Hong. Yay. Okay, so that prompt went back in there because there's a few more I could use. Let's do another spin. Give me something good again. Give me something completely random. What is it gonna be? Butcher and Blackbird. Okay. Like I said, my 26 for 2026 is very apparently romance heavy. We have my Book of the Month edition of Butcher and Blackbird here. I am really excited for this. I've heard it's like an awesome dark rom-com book. Like, I love this cover with the chainsaw and the little like skulls and the freaking axe and stuff on there. This is so cool. I'm really excited to get to this one. Been meaning to for a while. I know I'm a bit behind. So I'm excited. Okay, let's see. We have so we got 6 more. We're almost there, guys. 6 more books. So we have a prompt here that says a dark romance book. Okay, can I get something different other than like romance, please? At this point, I'll take a good fantasy. Like, okay, a dark romance book. You know what? I'm gonna put I Will Mend You by Gigi Sticks, because I read the first one, which is I Will Break You, and I absolutely loved Zero. Zero is like one of my all-time favorite book boyfriends. So I am really excited to get to the second one, which is I Will Mend You. Like, that cover is also sick as, like, I love it. So I'm excited to add this one to my 26 for 2026. So that was 21. So this will be number 22, guys. Oh my goodness. We're only at, 30 minutes, 39 minutes. That's normal. So give me something random. Please, no more romance. I need a break from the romance for my 26 for 2026. We have... Okay, again, it gave me the Shadow and Bone trilogy, so we're gonna respin. Let's see what it's gonna Please something not romance. Please. Ooh, The Island of Lost Girls. Okay, thank you for a thriller TBR bookshelf spinner thing. And this is actually a pretty recent, like, haul of mine, too. I didn't show it in a video because I just didn't have patience and I really wanted to open the books. So, this is The Island of Lost Girls by Alex Marwood, and I haven't heard anything about it, but it sounds amazing, and it sounds like it could honestly relate to a lot of what is actually currently going on in the world at the moment in a weird way. So I am really excited to read The Island of Lost Girls by Alex Marwood. Yay! And it's a recent purchase, so that's freaking awesome. That is number 22 for the 26th of 2026. So let's see here. We are going to do, what are we gonna do? Okay, we got this one here. The first book on your unread shelf / TBR cart. Okay, so that would be, let's see, the first book, would be, that's not a part of my March or my April TBR, would be on my TBR cart here, and that is Lights Out by Nabessa Allen, which I'm really, really excited to start this series. I actually ended up ordering the Probably Smut special editions for all 3 of the books. So Lights Out, Caught Up, and Game On. So I'm kind of really waiting for those to come in, but in the meantime, this is acting as a nice placeholder, so hopefully those will be in at this time, and I can end up putting this one on my Pango Books or in my free little library. So yeah, like, I'm really, really, really excited to get to this series, and I hope that by the time this book gets drawn in my 26 for 2026 TBR that I do have the special editions in. I think they're supposed to be sent out in, like, June. So, yay. I'm really excited for this series, though. So that's book number, I believe, 23. And then we have, let's see, what's it gonna give us? No, we're not doing that one because that's gonna be part of our reading vlog series. So we're gonna respin. Ooh, we have The Blood of Hercules, which is already on there, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna respin. That's already on my 26 for 2026 TBR, so oops. Let's do, come on. That is on my Read It or Unhaul It TBR. God, I really need to update this. It's been a long time since I've updated this spinning thing. It's been probably a few weeks, but I've only added books to it. I haven't taken any off. We have Assistant to the Villain here, which I haven't started this series yet, so I am actually going to be adding the first book in the series, which I believe is this one, which is Accomplice to the Villain, I believe. So I'm excited, and I'm going to do a little bit of cheating here and put this one on there instead because I believe is the first book, and if I'm completely wrong, correct me, and I'll probably look it up after this and feel dumb to figure out which one is the first book in this series because I can't remember off the top of my head, and they don't have the numbers on the side. So anyways, I'm excited to be adding the first book in this series to my 2026 TBR. And I'm probably looking real dumb right there and saying what the incorrect one first, but you know what, is what it is at this point. So that was book number, let's see, god dang it, I lost count again. Hold on, guys. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. So we have number 25 here, guys. 2 more to go. I'm like kind of actually sad to be at the end of this, but also kind of happy. And if you guys have stuck around for this long, whoa, there's like a few in this one. So we're gonna go with the one that hit the floor, because that is obviously the one that wanted to be picked. And it says, a book that's popular on BookTok. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know what? I'm going to add onto my March TBR, because I would like to accomplish a little bit of goals this month. Or, not my March TBR, my April TBR. We have... Okay, The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song, which I plan on starting this here in a few days. So, yay, I'm excited to be adding this one to my 26 for 2026 TBR, because I feel like I can actually accomplish this one this month. And those edges are gorgeous. And it's a smaller, like, fantasy book with, like, dragons and things like that. So, it's a book after my own heart. So I'm really, really excited to get to this one. Yay. So that's number 25. Alright, guys, and the last and final spin here from the bookshelf spinner wheel is going to give us The Island by Natasha Preston, which is one of Natasha Preston's books that I'm actually really, really looking forward to. Because it's about a bunch of kids that get trapped on this stranded island with a theme park on it. And, or not like stranded, but like abandoned, I think, like island. And there's a theme park involved, and I'm really, 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 really excited for this one, because I do love me, like, another one of my obsessions is theme parks. So, I am really, really, really excited to get to this book, and I'm so happy to add The Island to my 2026 for 2026 TBR. Okay, guys, so with that being said, we're going to do a little quick overview of everything that we are adding to my 26 for 2026. We have The Island by Natasha Preston here. Really, really excited for it. We have The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song there as well. And then we have Lights Out by Navessa Allen. Really excited for that one. We have Accomplice to the Villain, or the Villain series, whatever you want to call it. Whatever book is number 1. I feel really dumb because I can't think of it at the moment. I'm hoping this one's it, because we're adding one of these books, whichever one is the first, to my 26 for 2026 TBR. And then we have I Will Mend You by Gigi Sticks, the second book in this series or duology. So I'm excited for this one because I loved the first one. And then we have The Island of Lost Girls by Alex Marwood. I haven't heard much about this, but it sounds amazing. And then we have Twisted Love by Anna Hong being added to the 26 for 2026. We have Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. We have Jujutsu Kaisen. Wow. By, I'm gonna butcher that, but right there. I'm really excited to start reading some manga again. And then we have Saltaire by Hazel Jacks. We have Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss. We have Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo. We have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. We have Satan's Affair by H.D. Carlton. We have a Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. We have Wolfworm by T. King Fisher. I'm really excited for that one too. I've never read a T. King Fisher book. We have The Night and Its Moon by Piper C.J. We have The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. We also have The Shadow by James Patterson. We have The Wicked by Rebecca Johnphy. We have Chasing Brooklyn by Leah Schroeder. We have The Sinner by Chantal Tessier. I'm excited for book 2 in the Lord series. Yes. We have Insatiable by Leah Rivers. We have Collared by Paula Dixon. We have Phantom by H.D. Carlton. And then we have Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, you guys. I am so excited for this 26 for 2026. And if you stuck around for this basically hour-long video, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that y'all have a good day. And like, comment, share, do all the things. Go ahead and join my book clubs. Maybe some of these books will end up being one of the books of the month for that book club. I do polls and everything, so you guys get to vote on which books you would be interested in reading that month. So yeah, all that stuff will be linked down below, guys. If you made it this far, leave a black cat emoji, or a cat emoji of some kind. And I hope y'all have a good day.